Before I get that far, now
Okay.
would be a good sign. Thanks for picking me, man.
Oh, what? Look at that.
It's a J.J. Brown guitar pick.
I love it. Thanks for
Here,
picking me. Dude,
I got some more swag. Thanks for staying cool with J.J. Brown.
we got a koozie.
Yeah, man.
I love it, man. Look, I'm going to use it right now.
Hey.
That is so cool, man. Look at that. Dude, you're quick. You're quick with
What
like
can I say? I usually have a shot glass for promoters. I'll say, thanks for giving me a shot.
That's so cool, though. That's so cool. All right.
Right music, man.
We picked J.J. Brown. I love it. And he gives me his guitar pick. Look at that. The J.J. Brown guitar pick. All right. All right, man. Let's get started here. Let's start from the beginning. Let's start from when J.J. Brown was born, where he grew up. I want to get to that, because I don't think I've ever had a chance to really sit down with you and ask you about your early life. So let's get to that first. Where were you born? What was childhood like for you?
Oh, wow. Well, I was born in Columbus, Ohio, and my parents were both in a band called Sweetwater, and it was kind of like a 70s Christian rock band, I think, or 80s. And I don't know, man. I mean, I was always around. My dad was a preacher, and my mom sang a lot, and there was the band, so I was always around music. And there was always this guitar that I would just play really mean air guitar with. I mean, I'd crank it. About Saturday mornings, I'd hear my dad going, turn the music off, I want to go back to sleep. I just be belt my heart out playing air guitar to this track. I can't remember the artist's name, but I just sang it repetitively.
Yeah.
And anyways, my parents ended up getting divorced, and we moved down. My mom and I moved down south to Tennessee.
Okay.
And really, all I had was this guitar. And my dad really wasn't in my life at that time. And I had this guitar, and it was something of his. And I really wanted to play guitar. And that was pretty much the first time I took action on it, was at about 14 years old. And I just stared at that guitar, and I started teaching myself to play.
So in a way, even though your dad at that time wasn't around for you,
right? Yeah.
That guitar means something, because it was that's what I know Dad to play, and I want to do what he did.
Well, the interesting thing was he was a drummer, which my son's a drummer now.
Okay,
but
awesome.
He was a drummer, and that was actually one of the first instruments I started playing was drums. And I played drums for the church for some time. But staring at that guitar, I think it was more of a memory, of missing him, I guess, and also the fact that I knew I could write songs, because I was already writing songs. Probably about 10 years old, I was writing songs. But I needed a tool to do that, and so I don't ever claim to be like a really good guitar player. This is simply a tool for me to accompany my vocal and to write music with. So that's kind of how that started.
Living with your mom in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Was that difficult for you because you didn't have your dad around, so you kind of had to, just kind of go to your mom with everything, right? And kind of it's almost like the mother-son relationship is stronger, but also softer than what like a dad and son relationship is, right?
Yeah, and I say Tennessee, but it's really on the border. Chattanooga, I don't know if you've ever been there.
Never been, no.
Basically, I technically grew up in Fort Oglethorpe, Georgia, which is right on the border of Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Gotcha.
It's a big battlefield, Civil War battlefield.
Oh, wow.
It was pretty exciting growing up in that area, a lot of history. Thankfully, my mom was a very active person. She wasn't really afraid to try anything. I mean, she would try anything, basically. And I had some really good support systems in my life at that time. I had my grandfather who let me make some extra money, and I was working from a very young age, man. So,
what were you doing? What type of work were you doing?
Well, I was doing everything from landscaping to carpentry.
Nice. You're a handyman.
Yeah, a little bit of everything, man. I mean, I was just, cash hungry, you know. And so I was just working hard, man. I've always been working since I was a young kid.
And while you were doing this, was it in your mind already, like envisioning one day I'm gonna like perform? I want to like use my guitar and use my talents.
Oh yeah.
You're thinking that's the ultimate goal, right?
Oh yeah. Like I stopped sharing my dreams with people because they'd be like, "Oh, great."
Whatever.
I'm like, yeah, man, I'm gonna be a top.
No, and that gets tough too.
Yeah.
That gets tough too because people, the first thing that you do in a conversation is people go, "Oh, what is it that you do?"
Yeah.
And then you get into a whole conversation, and sometimes even myself, I get, not shy, but I get where I feel like I'm bragging, or I feel like I'm trying to make myself be somebody, so I won't say what I do instead of just kind of, oh, I'm okay, I keep myself busy, or was that the same way for you? Did you have struggles telling people I'm a musician, I'm hoping to be a big star one day? Was that tough at that early age, like you said?
Not at the early age, just because I just had this dream, and I didn't know at what point in life. But now, as an adult, it is a little harder because people have different levels at which they judge success.
Yeah, you're right.
And so, what they might think is successful is not successful to me. So I may close my eyes, feeling like I just lived out the most incredible dream of my life because I sat down and wrote a song with someone I admire, or because I fulfilled a lifelong dream of going to the Grammy Awards or something. But someone will like see me performing somewhere in a bar or whatever, and they might think that success is having thousands of fans or millions of streams on YouTube. And so the way people judge success is different.
So you're doing some random jobs, right? With working with your grandpa.
Yeah.
Right. Let's fast forward a little bit. Let's get into high school. In high school, are you already a guitar player?
I didn't go to high school.
Really?
I quit school technically in like 7th grade.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
How did that work out?
It was hard.
Okay.
You're digging deep here, man. My mom was pretty sick growing up, and so
okay.
part of that working was we needed the money, man. And so I was technically homeschooled. But I really wouldn't call it that.
So when did you actually start playing, and where did you have your first kind of like performance, do you feel?
Church.
Okay.
Yeah. My grandfather was also a pastor, and so the pickings for the worship team were pretty tilted in my direction. So I always got a chance to try out, and a lot of times.
And I bet at that point, in front of the church audience, that felt good, right?
It did, man. It really gave me, because the church isn't gonna really boo you off stage, so it creates a safe environment. And I look at churches these days and I go, wow, man, they got HD recording equipment and all this stuff, and I think if there's anything that comes good out of churches these days is the fact that they really give kids an opportunity to have exposure to performing and learning crafts and things like that. And that's what that did me. It gave me a platform to really perform in front of people.
So we've gone through a little bit of the early story. We're going to stop right there. We're going to get our first musical performance in.
Oh, okay.
Because after that, I want to get into now you going into the service, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And how we got there, and then your journey, over to Central California, which took some time.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a unique story because there's someone that kept bringing you back here.
Yeah.
Which we're going to talk about. So let's get to our first performance. What do you got for us here this morning?
I want to do a song by a friend of mine. His name's Jason, and he lives here in the Central Valley.
Okay.
And he plays in a band called Whiskey Row.
Okay.
And he sent me this song, and I'm in love with it. I just think it's so heartfelt, and I said, "Hey, man, I'd like to sing that song." And usually, I always sing my own songs, and so I just wanted to give this song a shot.
Let's do it, man. J.J. Brown here live with us this morning. If you're just waking up this morning, hey, this is a treat for you. You're just turning on your radio, and J.J. Brown here with us live.
Tears falling down like a rain from the sky, like a dam spilling over when the water gets too high. A river through an ocean when we both collide. Yeah, that's how I'm feeling, dealing with what's inside. Maybe I've done wrong too many times before. Let me make it right before you walk out that door. Baby, don't go, walk away. Don't turn to leave and just turn back to stay. Through all of the hurting and all of the pain, yeah, all of the suffering, I'll take the blame. Don't you go walking away. Wanna give you a world full of love and laughter, a lot of this, more of that, before and after. But all of it means nothing and none of it matters if I don't win your heart in the final chapter. An angel from heaven gave me a daughter and a son, a lover, a fighter, you're a bullet from a gun. Baby, don't go, walk away. Don't turn to leave and just turn back to stay. Through all of the hurting and all of the pain, yeah, all of the suffering, I'll take the blame. Don't you go away. Baby, you can count on me to give you everything you need. Just look how far we've come. Baby, don't go, walk away. Don't turn to leave and just turn back to stay. Through all of the hurting and all of the pain, yeah, all of the suffering, I'll take the blame. Don't you go away.
Wow. Such a great song, man.
I think so. I think it's
And this is a buddy of yours in a band?
Yeah, he's amazing. That's what I'm saying, man. I've gotten a chance to meet some incredible people,
That
some
was
incredible
so
songwriters.
good.
Yeah.
Now, did you kind of follow the way that he sings, or do you kind of make it your own?
I have to make it my own because unfortunately he has one of those deep country voices that I would love to have, but I don't.
So well, let's get back to your story here. I'm going to kind of rush through this because obviously we only got a limited amount of time.
Sure.
So you go into the service, right?
Yeah.
How did that happen? I mean, you just go and apply because you felt that's what you needed to do, or did someone encourage you to do it?
Yeah. I needed a way out of town.
Okay.
I needed a change in my life. And I was in a band at the time, and we were doing really well, you know, and I had these big dreams and big visions, and we just kind of fell apart. You know, one guy went to Nashville, one guy went to Italy for school, and I was just sitting there twiddling my thumbs waiting for my ticket to fame. And that's not how that works. So I needed to change. And the Marines came by and knocked on the door one day, and they talked about getting out of town, and that sounded really cool. So I went down to Chattanooga. Actually, the office that I went into recently was under that attack about 2 years ago in Chattanooga, Tennessee. They got shot up.
That. Yeah.
And I went to that office, and I said, you know, I was about to walk in the door to the Marines, and a Navy guy was standing outside smoking a cigarette. And I've been told you can't do this, but the guy was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm going to join the Marines." He was like, "You don't want to do that." And I was like, "I don't." And he's like, "No." I was like, "Why? What's up?" He's like, "Well, I've got enlistment bonuses going on." I'm like, "Okay, talk to me. $5,000." So
wow.
it was kind of like I went to join the Marines, and at the last minute shifted gears, and I'm really
recruitment
happy
battle.
Man, it was. And so, anyways, that's okay, because he was like, "Do you like airplanes?" I was like, "I love airplanes," and so they had a lot of airplanes to work on. So
nice. And
cool.
you were in the service for how long?
5 years.
5 years. First of all, thank you for your service, by the way.
Yeah, of course, man. 4 years, 12 months, as they call it.
Nice.
It's kind of funny. I still wear my dog tags,
Hey, you know what? You have every right to, man. You're a veteran, man. And we appreciate you for whatever, anything that you went through and helped us throughout that time. So I do want to ask you, though, in the service, was there a time when you got out?
Mm-hmm.
What led you to Central California? There was something going on there, right?
Well, actually, I was here first. I got
That's right. It brought you here. Yeah. Station
the Navy brought me here, and there was this bar called Jersey's. I don't know if you remember that.
I do remember Jersey.
And it had this very good-looking bartender there. Her name was Michelle. And anyways, I would go in there, and I kind of had 2 strikes against me because I was a musician and played in a lot of bars locally.
Oh, okay.
And,
And she knew that about you already.
Yeah. And then the other strike I had against me was, I was a Navy guy. And Navy guys leave.
So, but you would walk in with a uniform, right?
No.
Oh,
no.
okay.
I was had a lot of spiked hair going on, a lot of chains, and
So here Michelle is a bartender. You're coming in, you're performing around town, but you're also, it's known that you're a Navy guy. And typically a woman, when they hear Navy guy, like you said, they know, oh, man, I'm not going to see him for months out of a time or maybe years.
Same thing with musician. They go on tour,
So you got those are 2 big red flags, man. 2 big red flags.
Yeah.
So when does it happen where Michelle kind of lets go of those red flags? Because obviously we know where the story ends up.
Yeah. Persistency, man. When I want something, man, I just go after it. And I just kept, coming in there, and, she had this hard line. She wanted, date customers. And at some point, I became a friend rather than a customer, and so just continually showing up and pestering her.
Now, there was a time when you went back, though, right? And there was like a little bit of a struggle there where it was like, am I going to stay here in Tennessee, or am I going to come back to Lemoore, right?
Yeah, I mean, we had a hard time because I have this big dream of doing music, and I needed to go to Nashville to live that dream. And we had new love at that time. Oh. And you know how new love is, man. It's so passionate. And you're just, when you realize you're in love with someone, and it was a real conflict because it was like, what do we do next? Do we continue this relationship and stay here or there? So I ended up, we actually broke up about, I don't know, 3 or 4 times and went through the whole, here's your CDs. Because we didn't want to break up.
Here's your CDs.
Yeah. We didn't want to break up, we wanted to be together, but...
The circumstances is what broke you guys up.
Yeah. And so it was really hard, but some really good music came out of that. And what ultimately happened is I moved to Nashville, and then about 2 months later, she moved out. So she actually moved to Nashville to live with me there for a while, and then the rest is history. Because once you make that step,
she showed the sacrifice.
Yeah, and so, and then when we were living in Nashville, after we were married, we ended up getting pregnant with our first. We got pregnant with our first kid. She got pregnant with Tyler, and she's got a lot of Portuguese family here.
So let's fast forward. Yeah. How many years married now?
Almost 13. It'll be 13 in September. Yeah.
And how many kids?
2.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a great story.
Kids. Yeah.
And still going strong. Michelle's very busy.
She is.
Got Thursday Night Market.
She's busier than I am.
and Main Street Hanford. I mean, she's a director there, right?
I know. It's incredible. I'm
and
so
then
proud
you're doing your gigs. You're performing too.
Yeah.
But you guys seem to balance it well.
For me, it's all about routine. I'm a very she teases me because I'm very organized, and I kind of have to be because
of course,
if I get knocked off my bike, man, I mean it really just messes up my week, and so I'm very structured, and thankfully our kids are very good with like routine and structure.
So let's get to you to present day, right?
Yeah.
Let's do one more performance here, and then we'll get to present day.
Okay.
We'll talk about everything that's going on in J.J. Brown's career, your life,
Yeah.
present day, upcoming shows, all that
Yeah.
good stuff. So what do we got here?
I'm actually gonna try a brand new song.
Oh,
here, yeah,
you're premiering it on the show?
yeah, man.
Oh my gosh, this is an exclusive, Jay. We got an exclusive. All right, here we go. J.J. Brown live on the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey Morning Show.
It's not me to be the kind of guy that likes to wait around lately. Looking all over town, up and down Broadway, yeah. I've been roaming bar to bar for the girl that stole my heart. Where have you been lately? It's driving me crazy. I'm calling you baby. Where have you been lately? When I walk into that party, yeah, just so I can have a look around, that dance floor feels empty without your smile. When I'm talking to somebody, yeah, I'm just wasting time. 'Cause you're the girl that's on my mind. Where have you been lately? It's driving me crazy. Been calling you baby. Where have you been lately? Where have you been lately? Oh, it's driving me crazy. You're once in my life kind of thing. All we had was that night kissing in the rain. Then you disappeared with the storm, but I'm still right here wanting more. Where have you been lately? So I send out an SOS. This is my one and only request. Come back and give me that kiss. This is my SOS. Where have you been lately? It's driving me crazy. Been calling you baby. Where have you been lately? Where have you been lately? Yeah, it's driving me crazy. Where have you been lately?
That's a hit. That's a hit, everybody.
Brand new.
There it is. I feel like I was like, one of those record labels, and you were playing your new song for me. That's the hit. That's the single. That's the one we put out.
Nice, man. I'm always looking for good feedback.
All right. So what's going on right now? J.J. Brown shows coming up. What's happening?
A lot of amazing things, man. First on the list is August 14th. I'm
Okay.
doing the K-Jug show at the Tulare Fairgrounds. I'll be playing with Crystal Keith and Lance Carpenter, which are rising country stars, and go check out their new single together. It's really powerful and amazing. And I'm excited about that show. That's at 7 p.m. It's a free show, so if you like country music, come on over. It's going to be a great concert. But the big news on the list really is I'm recording a new song, which I haven't played yet. And I've been writing a lot of music this year, and a lot of it's kind of been deep and heavy. And this was a song that I just kind of got tired of all the negativity in the world, and this was my comeback. And country music's doing a lot of positive energy stuff right now, and so this was my take on that, and it's called More Lovin' All Around, and I'm in the studio recording it, and it's just been such a fun experience, and I have some great local players helping me on it, and also some friends of mine that live in Canada and abroad. And that song, we're actually going to do a music video for that song
Awesome.
on August 16th at one of my favorite gigs ever, which is the Hanford Farmers Market.
Awesome. And that's when Thursday Night Market is going to be themed Veterans Night, right?
Yeah, and so they asked me to play Navy Night. Go figure. And so I'll actually have a live video crew out there.
Awesome.
So if you want to be in my music video,
show up.
Please come out, dance around, act like a goof, bring yourself, bring a friend, bring the whole family, man.
And the local scene's still going strong for you. I still see JJ Brown, on all these different posters and shows going on. So that's still been very kind to you, right?
Yeah, I mean, Hanford is my home, and it's my support system. And, you'll find me all around the Central Valley. So the best place to figure out where I'm playing next is my website, which you guys are going to post, which is www.jjbrownmusic.com, or on my Facebook. I'm pretty active on that. But, yeah, I mean, I've got gigs all over the Central Valley.
So you're staying busy.
Yeah, I like to stay busy. In fact, if it's like a Friday night and I don't have a show, I'm like, what do normal people do?
You're freaking out.
Yeah.
Well, that's like me. I just went to the Mid-State Fair for the first time, and it was an actual fair that I got to walk and enjoy the fair. And I was like, this is awesome. I'm like, I'm not actually working at a fair right now.
Yeah. It's a little weird. Yeah. But
let's do one more. I know you got to go.
All right.
What do you got for us?
Well, let's see. I'm gonna play your wife's favorite song.
Oh, she's going to love it. She's going to love it. All right, here we go. JJ Brown, folks. He's joined us here on the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey Morning Show. It's been such a treat this morning, and here he is, JJ Brown.
I guess you're good at saying goodbye. I'm walking out on me. You moved on with your life while I'm still in disbelief. I'm still trying to let you go, so go easy on me. Play me a sad song, just let me be, and shut the door behind you, so I don't have to see. 'Cause the two of you together, you know it might do me in. Could you do me one last favor and go easy on me? Every song reminds me of our first dance, just the two of us out on the floor. Since the first time you held my hand, guess I've always wanted more. I'm still trying to let you go, so go easy on me. And play me a sad song, and just let me be. Shut the door behind you, so I don't have to see. And 'cause the two of you together, song. So could you go easy? Go easy on me.
Such a beautiful song, man. Oh, gives me goosebumps.
Which I'm glad we brought up your wife, because that remind me of some really cool things happening in the Central Valley.
Yes.
I'm actually working with a friend of mine.
Okay.
Scooter is what I know him by, but others know him as
Look-a-lay.
Look-a-lay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude's been through some trying times,
Oh,
man.
he's got a story too.
I got some mad respect for that dude.
Definitely.
And he and I have kind of gotten to be friends, and he's releasing new music right now.
Great.
And we decided to team up on a song that's where he's basically rapping and I'm doing a chorus with him, and I think we're also going to have some other special guests.
My
on
wife's
there.
going to be helping out with
Yeah,
this.
and so it's really going to be cool because
And she's excited.
it's a great song, man. It's really empowering, man. It makes you want to get up and get out there and live life. And so I'm excited about this song. And we kind of had a setback. He had an injury, and so
Yeah, he like broke his femur or something, right?
something really painful, man. You know, and so it's not like a hangnail.
Yeah.
You can't get over it in a week. So, which I feel is just more fuel for this fire, man, because this song is just really about taking back your life. And so it's kind of delayed the process, but it's
all
okay
right.
because he's releasing another song, and we're kind of trickling it out, and we're kind of waiting for a new brewery to open up soon, because
okay.
we want to do a release show there.
Perfect.
Which Hot Forge Brewery is awesome.
Right next door.
Yeah. So name plug there for those guys.
Really quick, I know you got to get going.
Yeah.
You've opened up for so many great artists.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it's hard to even name them now, right?
It's
'Cause
getting to be a pretty nice list, man.
I mean,
Yeah.
your resume is just, it's growing and growing.
Yeah.
And before you go, I just want to make sure that I tell you this because it's
Yeah.
like, it's hanging on me right now.
Yeah.
But one of the things I want to tell you is you've opened up for so many people.
Yeah.
Right? But I still envision, I don't know
Yeah.
what it is, but there's something with you, man. But I really think you're gonna make it, man. And I know
Yeah.
I know in your mind right now, it's like, yeah, whatever. Bro. But I really do think it's gonna happen, man. I just feel it.
Thanks.
I feel it.
I appreciate you believing in my dream,
And
man.
I don't know what make it means. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's, a hit record. I don't know if that's, being a multi-million. I don't know what making it
Yeah.
means. But you're gonna make it. You're
Thanks,
gonna.
man.
And when I say make it, maybe making an impact
Yeah.
in other people's lives. You know what I mean?
Well, part of my dream plan, and I know exactly what that looks like, so thank you for believing in that. But ultimately, at the end of the day, I want to make a positive impact in people's life through music. And so if I get the chance to do that on a larger stage, it would be a dream come true. And so a larger stage for me is one of the bucket list items is I would like the chance to perform on national TV. So, which I've tried out for The Voice,
Yeah,
and
you've done all
Idol,
that.
and all that stuff, and it's almost happened so many times. I'm like, man, I just want mom at home to be able to be like, that's my boy, So
Man, I wish we had so much more time because
Yeah.
I feel like there's so much we can go into. I mean, especially
Yeah.
like I said, that list of people that you've opened up for, the stories behind, those things too.
Yeah, some
so,
incredible people.
so much more. I'd love to have you back
Yeah.
one day. Maybe we can do it, when you guys get closer to releasing
Yeah.
that song, and we can play the song on the show.
I'll
and
definitely be back.
All that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
And next time I want some eggs and bacon, man. I'm hungry.
Yeah, man. You know what? We'll have to make that request. So, Jake, make sure next time you have breakfast for JJ, okay?
Yeah, man.
All right. JJ, go ahead and tell him one more time how to get in touch with you.
Best way to follow me is probably on Facebook. Follow me on Spotify, man. I need some more listeners there. I'm releasing new music all the time on Spotify. So iTunes, Amazon, and then also my website, jjbrownmusic.com.
Dude, thank you so
yeah,
much. I
thanks
appreciate it.
for
I know you
having
got a
me,
busy
man.
schedule this
Yeah.
morning. Eggs, bacon, and Joe.